Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In this series, we're going to be taking on what has come to be known as the Masochist Challenge. In this challenge, we have to build a deck based on cards that we pull from the Master Pack. Every time we win a duel, we will be able to purchase one of these packs to see what cards we get to possibly add to our deck. We will also be able to pull from the Legacy Pack. Anytime we collect a Legacy ticket, we'll be able to pull from this pack as well. Unfortunately, we will not be able to buy structure decks to help us or pull from secret packs that are unlocked when you pull certain ultra rare and secret rare cards. We will not be able to do this. All credit for this challenge is going to go to the YouTuber Simo, who came up with this idea. The whole point was to build a deck with random cards and see how far you can climb the rank system in Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And with all of this out of the way, let's get into it. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Masochist Challenge. Before we get into it, all I just wanted to say real quick was thank you for tuning into the channel. Thank you for clicking on the video. It means the world to me. If you aren't subscribed and, I do a good enough job here and I've earned your subscription, please subscribe. It'll help us out here on this channel. If you guys have any comments that you want to, apply, please leave a comment to the video. It's going to help out with the YouTube algorithm. With all that out of the way, we are Silver 5. Let's see how high we can climb today. Hopefully we get some good matchups. Let's get right on into it. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. Our opening hand looking pretty decent. We got Cyber Dragon. We have our Doo-Doo-Doo Buster here. But of course, we can't really use any of those yet. So we're going to set our Ice Mistress. We're going to set the selection. And we will save our equipped card. Let's see what they got going on here. They have 15 in the extra deck. They're using an over 40 card deck, but not quite 50. So, almost 50 though. But let's see what they got going on. How are you guys doing today? I hope that you guys are doing well, of course. I hope you guys are staying safe out there, taking care of yourselves. If you guys have any suggestions as our deck, continues to go forward, please leave a comment again. It's very helpful. Last time, the two guys that were pointing out Ferrant Flames and Summon Gate, that was really helpful for me to understand. Hopefully we can apply Ferrant Flames at some point, or hopefully, I guess, we don't get ourselves into that situation where we need to use it. Alright, he is playing the ZY Unicorn Spear, ZS, he's playing that deck. This deck is kind of interesting. Obviously, it's like a Utopia-centered deck, and I don't know, sometimes when I run across these guys, they rarely are capable of doing too much on their turn one, but it looks like this guy actually knows what he's doing, so kudos to him. For some reason, in the past, anytime I've seen anybody play this card specifically, they would summon this out in attack mode, and that's all they would be able to do, and they would have to pass. So it looks like this guy's actually competent in doing what he has to do, which is good. Unfortunately, our mistress is in quite a predicament because this is a rank monster and this is going to get destroyed because of that, because this is only protected by level 4 or higher monsters. So it's not looking too good for us in that respect, but hopefully next turn if we can draw a level 4 monster, we can summon this out, summon the level 4 out, go into our own rank play. I don't know exactly what we would actually put in, because neither of our ranks are actually that good. So maybe instead of that, we probably need, in all honesty, we really need one of our level 3 synchros, because then we could summon our Cyber Dragon out, throw down our synchro, or our tuner monster I should say, and go into our Red Dragon Archfiend. That would be really good. Looks like he's going further here. That's interesting. Alright, he's going into battle. He's, of course, still going to out our Ice Mistress, unfortunately, and we're going to take some piercing damage. It is what it is. Nothing we can really do there. This is what, a Earth Machine monster? That's interesting. It'd be like a Wind Machine monster, but... Alright, we got the Re-X. That's pretty good for us. But I don't think it's going to be good enough for us, unfortunately. We're kind of in a predicament here, because... Again, none of our level monster, or our rank monsters are going to be good enough to out this thing. Well, honestly, I think we just are going to have to set and pass. I mean, we probably shouldn't have done that, because, again, piercing damage. But there's just not a whole lot we can do just yet. Actually, on second thought, we should have gone into this. That was a misplay on our part. We could have put down the Buster, we could have put down the Reax, we could have went into that Link monster, and then he wouldn't have been able to target us, at least for a while. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can make a comeback here. I think the best thing that we really are hoping for at this point is a level 3 tuner. The Fire Ant would be good. Polar Penguin, good. Drac could be good. In all honesty, like, we really want to save our Dragoonity level 3 tuner here, just in case we can possibly synchro into the Dragoonity synchro that we have. And we, of course, also want to save our other Dragoonity level 2 for that same reason, just in case we get into a predicament where we can synchro out into our Red Dragon Archfiend and then go a step further. Because in all honesty, our Red Dragon Archfiend isn't as good as far as his effects go in comparison to this. It's just like, this is just a little bit more tricky to get out, and that's why our Red Dragon Archfiend is still technically, in my opinion, our best boss monster that we can get out on average. Alright, let's summon out Cyber Dragon, of course. And then we are going to activate Danger Thunderbird. Of course it's going to hit our equipped card. That's really annoying, but whatever. We're going to send it out, and we're going to draw. That's really good. That is really good. We're going to save that, of course. Let's swing into his bot here. Do 300 damage. That's really good. See what he's got going on in his back row. Alright, he's activating the effect of his monster in the graveyard. We figured that was going to more than likely happen. I don't know exactly what he's going to do with it. He's going to summon that out. That's fine. We're going to swing, of course, into this to do more damage. That's good. Going to go into our next phase here. We're just going to end it right there. So, starting to make a slight comeback. Let's see what he can do on this turn. He probably will summon out another number 39 Utopia. They'll probably go into that, and then probably go into a larger play afterward, like ranking this up further, possibly. I don't know. Again, I don't really know exactly what he's constructed here. Like, this is pretty generically good in a XYZ deck. Of course, our best hope at this point is drawing any of our other... I mean, we've already used Ice Mistress. We have only one other level 2 tuner in our deck, which is this. So if we draw this, we can mix it with our Thunderbird and go into our level 10 synchro here, which is really good. Or we could also potentially just draw a level 3 tuner and take this into Red Dragon Archfiend. Either way, however we need to, you know, further our board here, whatever we summon out, we're going to equip with this, and then this is going to start really devastating our opponent. Because whatever big beast that they bring out, we're more than likely going to be able to swing over it, as long as it's not like some super buffed Utopian monster He's going into Black Ship, okay. He'll use that to pop our Cyber Dragon, of course, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. We gotta, move on from that. He's gonna burn us for 1,000, of course. All right. Anything else that could be really useful? I mean, of course, Hyper Hammerhead. That would actually be really good too, because we could just bounce that. But I don't really know if we want to do that. We kind of want to just get rid of this and send it to the graveyard. So our Jirac Dino, in all honesty, that would be fairly good too. And he's going to bring out another level 5 monster. Let's just see what he does. There's not much that we can really do planning-wise. Black Velocity would be pretty decent. Photon Thrasher, not so much. Fire Hand would be decent. Drillfish would be really good because we just attack them directly and then pop a card. Our Bistil, would our Bistil help us right now? He's got a light monster in his thing. He's got a couple of them actually. We will absolutely activate this right now to prevent him from going any further with his play. Finally, that's good. And now he's out of resources in his hand, so I think this is probably actually okay. That was probably a misplay on our part. Maybe no, he's just bringing out another one of those. Okay, that's fine. It's not like he can play it again, or maybe he can. What is this? Okay, sure, whatever, that's fine. So now he has 3 defensive monsters that we have to get over. That's fine. He's basically just walling up because it doesn't look like he's capable of really handling us at this point very well. There's our wonderful Ferrant Flames card. Unfortunately, not a whole lot we can do here besides just go into battle. Black Ship is no longer really a threat at all. So let's swing over this just because we don't want him making any weird rank 5 plays. Also, we should have probably maybe destroyed this because we don't want him making rank 4 plays, but that's alright. We're gonna do what we got. I mean, popping them one by one. We should have set Ferrant Flames. That might have been a misplay right there. Hopefully he doesn't have too much that he could do right now. Otherwise, we're gonna be in a really bad spot if he can out our creature and then start swinging, because he only needs 400 attack more to win at this point. Alright, he's banishing his 2 cards to resolve that effect, which is not good. Let's hope that he doesn't have a normal summon. He doesn't. Wonderful. Okay. What does this thing have that he's turning it into attack position? Okay. Alright, dude. Alright, so we actually... This might actually come into our favor here, because now we're so low on life points. Ferrant Flames is really going to out a lot of his cards. So, ooh, this is even good too. We can special summon this in attack mode. Our only level 7 here is this, and this thing is just going to kill us. So our best play here is we're going to summon out our penguin, and then we can just do this. We'll summon this here, and then hopefully this will help us stall him out more. And of course we're going to go into battle. We're going to do this, chip him for 1,000 and end turn. It's a good thing his Black Ship no longer has materials on it, because that would really do us some harm. Next turn, hopefully we get something that we can set behind our Link monster to keep that thing's effect going. It'll be really good. This is one of our best stall tactics as of right now. Like, apart from that one time that it got moved to a column below, like, this is a very good way for us to just stall our enemy out. We're not obviously going to activate Fervent Flames right now. That'd be stupid. We could we're absolutely going to set this behind here and just let him do some chip damage to himself. Getting us closer to making a astounding comeback here, that's for sure. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Catapult zone, okay, I mean, cool, that's fine. We will go ahead and activate that. I don't see a reason for special summoning things out right now. Like, neither of those are really going to be helpful, so we'll just leave it there. Alright, and he's passing again, because there's nothing he can do. This is great. Alright, let's see what we got. Alright, Dragoon Javelin, okay. That's actually really good. So what we're going to do, we will absolutely summon this out. And we are going to go into Virgil. And we're going to start swinging for some good damage here. Let's go to battle. Swing with Virgil first, of course. Do 400. And then we'll do this. And we'll pass turn. Already starting to make our comeback. If there's nothing that he's drawing that's going to be helpful for him, I mean, we've basically got this. All we need is an extra 100 damage, and we can pull this duel off right now. We'll let him cook. Because basically anything that he does right now, we can absolutely out with Fervent Flames. And then all we need is like a normal summon, and we have this in the bag on our next turn. Alright, that's problematic because obviously I don't think Fervent Flames is going to be able to target that. Obviously can't target that because it's not face up revealing anything. So that's kind of puts us in a predicament. This is good, but we can't get that out on the field unfortunately right now. And in all honesty, what we should do is we're just going to attack with Virgil into the unknown. And just leave it there because this is double protected, or double protecting us because he's got a card here and he's got a card here. If he somehow outs this and we're still alive afterward, like, he still can't target that. So that was definitely the right play. And hopefully, again, next turn we can draw a normal summon, out his card with Fervent Flames, and just proceed to our Master Pack, because we'll definitely win at that point. He's setting another monster, so he's stalling us at this point. Obviously, like, he has to do that, but it doesn't seem like he's got an adequate out, which is good. Mother Spider doesn't really help us, unfortunately, again. Good, good. And we're just gonna pass. We got a pretty good setup here. He's really just delaying the inevitable, unless he's got some like a Raigeki or something that's just gonna wipe our board. I mean, that's still not gonna really stop us in the long run, because then we still activate this, and this still meets the criteria for any card that he's got on the field currently. But he is setting another back row, which could be problem for us. All right, hey, now that's a good card. That's a really good card. What does he got in here? We absolutely can do it. We are going to do it. We are going to, we'll just get rid of, I don't know, we'll get rid of this. What is this? Special summon. That's fine. It's perfectly fine. We'll let that go through. And then we're going to Fervent Flames. And I'm pretty sure that's going to be the duel right there. Again, thank you to the commenters that left that comment about Fervent Flames, because not only is it going to save us in the long run. Right now, we're using it to help us win on this turn. Like, this is a really good way to out our opponent's board. There's absolutely nothing he's going to be able to do to stop us from ending this right now. Go with their Bestial, and then swing in with our classic Virgil that we've had since the beginning of this series. Oh, what's he got? What's he got? What is this? Okay. That still wins us the duel. That's what it's all about, guys. Let's go get our master pack. Here we go with opening our pack. Let's hope we get at least some useful cards, or at least some cards that we can use in the future with something that we're already constructing. It'd be really good. First card here, Screams of the Branded. If a fusion monster was sent to your graveyard this turn, special summon one of your fusion monster that is banished or in your graveyard. During the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there to activate the effect of Fallen of Albaz this turn, you can set this card. You can only use the effect of Screams of the Branded once per turn. If we were playing any fusion monsters, this would be really helpful, but until we can actually get something that's kind of generic or something that just works with us, we're not going to be able to use this. So let's get to the next card here. We've already pulled this once before. That's fine. I mean, we could add that to our fire deck in exchange for a low attack monster or something. We can at least switch that out. It's good that we have reoccurring cards. Here's the original Alpha, the Magnet Warrior. It would be another target for our catapult zone, but I don't think it's worth it. Another Naturia card. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. When this face-up card is selected for an attack, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. That's interesting because it's like, okay, the first time something attacks into it, it's going to inflict 500 damage. And then if they go to attack it again, they're getting inflicted for another 500 damage. This will actually probably go into our burn deck. It's pretty good. Arm Dragon level 5. Probably won't be playing this. It's kind of a bricky card. It doesn't really do much for us. We'll put it in our Dragons cards, but it's not going to do anything for us. Gravekeeper's Spiritualist. During your main phase, if Necro Valley is on your field, we don't have Necro Valley, so this effect doesn't really come into play. And then one of those ZY Utopia cards. Yeah, we're not going to be playing that. And Intrude of the Branded, another branded card. During either player's turn, you can immediately after this effect resolves synchro summon one synchro monster using monsters you control as material, including a dragon monster. You can use the effect of this once per turn. While you control a bestial monster, banish any monsters that would be sent from your opponent's graveyard as tribute for their ritual summons or as materials for their fusion, synchro, or link summons. That's pretty good. It's actually not like a straight up branded card, but I mean, we only have the one bestial monster, so getting both of these cards to work together is going to be kind of hard, but it is a pretty good way to just synchro summon one of our synchro monsters. So as long as we have a dragon on the field, we could do it. So we might add that actually. All in all, the biggest takeaways here really is our Screams of the Branded, if we can get a fusion card. The Intrude of the Branded, that's probably going to go into our deck. That's pretty good. The Naturia Beans are going to definitely go into our, well, plant deck and our burn deck. And we'll probably also put the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist card in the burn deck as well, just because it's a better leveled or better stats than some of our lower level stuff. So anyway, all right, so what we've done here with our deck is we popped in the Intrude of the Branded, and we swapped out our Indestructible Fairy that can only be destroyed via, getting burned. I just feel like it's kind of time that we start phasing some of those things out. Like one of our better stall tactics as of now is getting our Shinobi Insect onto the field, just because it can't be targeted. So it's a little bit better as a stall tactic, and we can get it out whenever we have 2 cards to go into it. Of course, we still have our Ice Mistress. I feel like it's a better card in general than the Fairy as a defensive wall. So we got rid of those, or we got rid of the Fairy, and we put in our trap card for this deck. I don't think there's much more to say. I mean, we have a couple dragons that can be targets, especially like if we get this on the field. Of course, our Drag Unity cards are already dragons, but they're also already tuners. But I think all in all, this could be a good way to surprise our enemy with them swinging into something low, and then all of a sudden it's like something that they're not capable of swinging over, possibly. Like if we can summon Red Dragon Archfiend out on their turn as a surprise attack, like that will be insane. But that's really all there is to our best cards. And then our burn deck, we again got rid of the fairy that was indestructible, and we slotted in our Natura beans because even though after getting attacked the first time with this it becomes destructible, our opponent has to sit there and take 1,000 damage at that point, attacking into this twice in one turn. And then we also got rid of the Valkyrie card that wasn't technically a fire monster, but it got boosted by fire monsters. Just because we technically want our fire monsters getting destroyed while we have our kickfire up on the field. So we got rid of that and swapped in our second copy of the Brotherhood of the Fire Fist here. So yeah, those are the changes to the 2 decks that we currently have that we can play. So let's go get into another duel. All right, we won the coin toss. We are going first. Our hand is looking pretty good here. We will, of course, activate Catapult Zone. We're going to put down the Curse of Darkness onto the field, and then we're going to summon our Spygal Misty as our turn 1 here. We will first activate the Catapult Zone. That's one less spell card we have to worry about activating later to get around our own Curse of Darkness. We, of course, are going to activate Spygal Misty's effect. We are going to choose Monster, and we are going to draw a card. They're looking like they're playing an Ancient Gear deck, which is quite interesting to say the least. But we will now set our Curse of Darkness, and we will pass our turn right here. And let's see what they got going on here. Obviously, we know they're drawing the Ancient Gear itself. Hopefully they don't have like a ton of craziness going on with their deck. They're setting one. They're going to play Wyvern, activate Wyvern's effect. Right now, we might as well just activate our Curse of Darkness just in case they start using spell cards. They're going to add Gear Haunting Hound. That's fine. Of course, they're gonna out our Spygal, but that's perfectly fine. Actually, you know what? Let's Catapult Zone. We will do that instead, and then maybe we'll draw another level 4 card and go into an XYZ here. We definitely don't want to just sack our Hyper Hammerhead. Dragon Unity card. This is our level 3 tuner. We also can just summon this. Let's do that. We're just gonna tribute summon our Spygal. This was a good choice of saving her. We will play this out. What's this? Once per turn, if you control no monsters, you can target one Ancient Gear monster and you get your special summon it. That's fine. We're gonna go straight into battle here. We're just gonna out this thing. Get in 500 damage, and main 2, no, there's nothing more that we're gonna do here. This is good. Next turn, let's see, we could, in all honesty, we can actually go into our Dragon Unity Synchro monster next turn, which is kind of nuts. We will activate our Synchro Boost, boosting our dragon. Of course, we're going to take 1,000 damage from our own trap card because of it, but then we'll play our Dragon Unity level 3 Synchro or Tuner here, and a 7 plus 3 equals a 10, so we should be able to do quite a bit with that. They are going to take 1,000. They're gonna play another card, inflict 600. That's fine. They're going into a fusion summon. That is actually really problematic. And there's the Regulus. Ooh, this is getting out of hand real quick here. Yes. This is actually really problematic because there goes our chances of synchro summoning into our Drag Unity synchro monster. But we still have a play here. I'm pretty sure this does piercing damage though, which is very problematic. But it's still our best chance here. We will just end turn right here. We have a very slim chance of coming back from this at this point. Unfortunately, we had a pretty strong start, but it's kind of diminishing quickly here. But the hope is that he's going to crash with this into our face down Hyper Hammerhead. We'll protect our Hyper Hammerhead, but that's not going to be enough because now he's got another card on the field that also does piercing damage. If he couldn't summon anything this turn, we would have been fine, but that's the breaks, unfortunately. Let's go get into our next duel. All right, here's our next duel. They won the coin toss, so they're going first. Our hand is okay. It's not the greatest, but you know, we'll try to make it work with whatever they're doing. Tuning, okay, sure. 15 in the extra deck, and he's playing like a 41 card deck, which is fine. And they're playing Synchrons, it looks like. Let's see what they can do. Obviously, we have quite some interesting cards in our hand. We've got Mother Spider to special summon out. If we get a level 3 tuner, we have Red Dragon Archfiend right there. We'll just equip this to whatever monster they have and then just nuke them for a lot of good damage. And they scooped. We'll take it. We'll take it after that last game, that's for sure. Let's go open another pack. All right, here we go. Let's hope for some good cards. Good cards would be nice. Oop, it's getting boosted to gold. Let's go. All right, here we go. First card is a rank up magic Numeron Force. We don't have Numeron cards. This is for the Numeron deck. Nothing we can do with that right now. Geogenex. This is a level 6 synchro. Probably not going to be able to do anything with that. Void Imagination. Infernoid monsters you control whose levels are 2 or higher become level 1, and all battle damage they inflict to your opponents is halved. We will not be playing this. Gang Unleashed. All monsters your opponent controls must attack if able. During either player's main phase or battle phase, you can send this face-up card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard. Immediately after it resolves, synchro summon one synchro monster using one or more Yang Zing monsters you control as synchro materials. We don't have Yang Zing monsters. The first part of this almost could be helpful depending on the situation, but, you know, Magician of Chaos, definitely not going to be able to use that anytime soon. Elegant Egotist, we would need Harpy's sister for that, or Harpy's lady for that, and, you know, but that's not going to happen. Tri-Brigade, okay. This is probably just going to go into our burn deck because, one, it's a fire monster, and two, it's a 1900 beat stick, but none of that is going to apply. This is literally just going to be a 1900 fire monster in our fire deck. So it could almost be another beat stick in our normal deck, but highly doubtful because we were already like questioning if those are even useful to the strategy. Let's see what we get here. Joker's Wild. This has to do with everything with the Jack's Knight, Queen's Knight, and King's Knight strategy, which we don't have. So main takeaway really from this, oddly enough, is literally just this in our burn deck. So, oh well, that's all right. All right, we won the coin toss. We're going first. We've got an interesting hand to start here. I think we're just gonna set the Yomi ship and then the Dogmatic Punishment, and probably consider that a turn. Maybe we put down the Foolish Return as well. But let's just get this going here. It's got quite a lot of cards. He's sitting under a 60 card deck, 15 in his extra deck. We'll just set this here. We'll set this here, and we'll pass. Hopefully we can out whatever it is that he's playing with the Yomi ship and with Dogmatic Punishment. In this case, I think we send the Heretic Dragon to the grave as the Foolish Return target if we have to use something like that. Alright, he's banishing 3 of his cards. I did not like the cards that were revealed there, because he's got some Kashtira stuff going on, Sword Soul stuff going on. That's really not looking good for us in the slightest. That's just as we expected. And we will activate the Fire Hand, and then we will hit the Baron de Fleur. The problem though is that it's gonna negate it, and he's got enough damage to kill us right now, so that's the game. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll move on. Alright, we won the coin toss yet again, going first. Our hand is looking pretty decent. We've got Hyper Hammerhead, we've got our Dragoonity level 3 tuner. I think the smartest play here, though, will be to set the Hyper Hammerhead, of course, set the Foolish Barrier or the Foolish Return, and pass right there. And let's see what he's got going on. He's got 13 in the extra deck. He's got a normal 40 card deck that's, pretty standard. If he is playing what I think he is playing, he has won. He is playing the OTK Exodia deck. I'm gonna see if he can actually summon this thing out. This thing is kind of tricky to navigate if you are not used to doing it. I know I've made plenty of mistakes myself while doing this, just forgetting simple little things, and that's kind of our hope at this point, is that he messes up in the slightest way and it just... Wait a minute, what? Okay, I could be standing corrected right now, because this is not part of the strategy, or at least the one that I'm aware of. Maybe he's figured out a different way of doing it, but he could also just be playing a warrior deck at this point. He's bringing that out, sure. He will be able to get the spell card with this. You know what we could do? Let's throw him off here. We're going to Foolish Return the card that he is targeting. That way it throws off his whole plan, hopefully, at least slows him down. It's pretty good. So that was a pretty good play on our part, I think. He is linking further into Transcode Talker. Okay. Right into our Hyper Hammerhead, which is perfect because this will clear the board. He's setting 1 back row, 2 back row, and yeah, okay, cool. I don't know exactly what we're going to do here. TG Drillfish is pretty good, but we don't need to use him quite yet. Alright. He's going to go in for a second attack in a row. That's fine. We have the out for this, though, so I'm not too worried. let's trick him out a little bit too. We will set this here to kind of freak this guy out on his Blackluster Soldier here. He's probably like, okay, whatever, dude. And now we're going to summon the TG Drillfish. We'll go straight into battle. We will attack direct for 100 damage. Will it go through? It'll go through. That it will do. And now we will pop the Blackluster Soldier and laugh in his face. We're going to go to main phase 2. We will set Shared Ride. And we will pass turn. Alright, he is activating another Super Soldier Synthesis, which is not good, but at the same time, not bad. Because if he can bring back his Blackluster Soldier, he's probably just going to try to crash into Yomi's ship and then pop himself, which is good. As long as he doesn't use his card to like banish us, we should be fine. I don't know if he can do that. Maybe he can. Yeah, I mean, he technically could. If he does that, it's game over. Of course. Of course. He did the smart thing. He did the smart thing. Well, that's the game. Alright, here we go. Our opponent won the coin toss, but allowed us to go first, so here we are. I think what we're going to do is set both of our traps, of course, and then probably just set our fire hand and test the waters of what he's doing. He's got a 40 card main deck, 14 cards in his extra deck, so let's just see what happens. Last two duels were kind of, you know, unfortunate for us. Of course, we saw the Sword Soul deck beating us easily. Like, it just is what it is. But the other one was just like, he of course just had to be able to get his Blackluster Soldier card out on the field, and of course he had to activate its banish effect. But you know, it is, you know, the way that the game goes sometimes. So this guy is playing a Galaxy Eyes, Photon Eye, whatever deck, Dragon deck, which means we're just going to get crushed into oblivion here again. And there is the insane new card. That's nice. It's unaffected by monster effects, but it's not unaffected by trap effects. And now it is affected by our monster effects because its effects are currently negated. So this might be our comeback. I really hope he attacks us with the black ship that, mind you, he stole from our own extra deck. Because at least that'll waste his attack with it. He'll destroy our fire hand with it. We activate our fire hand's effect to pop his number C62 off the field. And then next turn we summon the Black Velocity. Black Velocity will be able to swing over our own black ship. And we move from there. This is looking good for us. This is looking really good for us. I patiently waited to just watch everything that he was doing. This is really good. Hopefully he attacks with black ship first. I'm assuming that's what he's going to do. You can do that all you want, sir, but the thing is that your effect is negated. So, no big sweat off of our brow today. Okay, sure. Here comes the Photon Dragon. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Come on. Alright, that's fine. No big deal. Oh, wow. What a bunch of crap. We played that so good. There's nothing more that we could have done. I really hate the one card that just boosts everything up. It's so stupid. Well, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. This has been an up and down day for sure. I mean, the few packs that we got, I mean, we drew like what, one card that we ended up slotting into our deck that's like semi helpful in a very niche situation, but at least it's something that we can utilize. But man, those last three duels, they were just like there was nothing that we could do. That Blackluster Soldier one was probably the most unfortunate one because like we almost had a shot there, and then of course he had to banish our card, and then we did all this work to negate the big boss monster of the Galaxy Eyes deck, and then of course he just has to boost everything anyway. But it is what it is. We're gonna push forward. We'll hopefully do better next episode. But until then, guys, thanks again for tuning in. Again, if you think I did a great job here, and you even like how the video is even put together, leave a like, hit the subscribe button if I've earned your support. That way this channel can grow. Please leave comments to help out with the YouTube algorithm. And again, until next time, guys, stay safe out there. Take care. I'm ProtoPawn. Peace.